So welcome to your webisode for Thursday, even though right now it's Wednesday, but I record them a day ahead of time. So yesterday, I was telling you about the battle that I'm having with my trash company. Remember, I did a nice little walk if you watched it. If not, stop this one now, go back and watch yesterday's. But I took you outside, which was exciting, I know, and showed you my trash can, which hadn't been emptied. Somebody made a comment on that one, icky trash. Anyways, because it was trash. They did pick up my trash yesterday. I got 3 phone calls where they assured me that, that's my Twitter, where they assured me that they would pick up my trash and my recyclables. Now, my recyclables so far have not been picked up, but I have all the faith in the world that they will. Which is good news because while that oil keeps spewing into the Gulf, I'm doing my part to save the planet. Yeah, like it's gonna matter. Yeah, well, you know, it keeps Melinda happy, and I am doing my part. I do think recycling is important. I think if it's going to make a huge difference, more people need to do it. But if there's, you know, one little thing that I can do to show that I do somewhat care about Mother Earth or the planet that God created for us, I do recycle. However, it does remind me again as we go back to the whole Gulf oil spill. A couple of different things. First off, is this thing just going to spew forever? I mean, these oil spills don't, or these oil wells that they tapped into a mile into the ocean, they're not, you know, infinite, right? So I mean, eventually, because I read some doomsday story online that was just like, there's all these chemicals, and it's gonna, you know, the ocean floor is gonna erupt, and all this stuff's gonna happen, and all this. And I'm like, well, no, because eventually it should stop spewing oil. It just seems that nobody really knows how much oil is down there. Apparently, there was a lot. So much for that whole peak oil thing. I mean, this thing just keeps going and going and going. Anyway, so, you know, BP Oil put that cap on top. You see in the video, it's all bubbling around. Looks horrible. I mean, it conjures up images of that what I don't want, that which I can't even talk. I just got up from a nap. I'm drinking caffeine right now, and I probably should have had a little bit more before I shot this video. By the way, there's your middle of the webisode action shot. Anyways, BP Oil put the cap on top. Oil's still spewing out. BP Oil says that they are, what, siphoning up 50, 60%, if that? Something to that effect, right? Okay, so even let's go with, say they're sucking up 60%. There's still 40% of the whatever thousands of barrels per day that's going into the Gulf. It reminds me of those signs you see in Las Vegas. By the way, have you ever heard my Las Vegas story? I'll give it to you real quick. First time I went to Vegas, because I was born and raised in Southern California, I won like $600 within the first like 10 minutes, and I stopped gambling because I'd always been told that if you win money from the get-go, you stop when you're on top. And I'm like, $600 is a lot of money. That was like my rent. However, it totally gave me a false perception of what happens when you go to Vegas, because the next time I went, I thought, this will be great. I will, excuse me, by the way, this will be great. I'll win $600, you know, right out of the gate. And I didn't. I lost a lot of money out of the gate, and then continued to lose money as I went deeper and deeper into somewhat of a minor depression, while I lost more money and pulled more 20s out trying to get back my money. Yeah. Third time I went to Vegas, I learned my lesson. I allocated X amount of dollars to gamble, and then once that money was gone, if I was not ahead, or if I didn't get ahead, then I would stop gambling. Just considered a form of entertainment. Now, when I go to Vegas, I hardly even bother gambling because I don't like to waste and throw my money away. Anyways, point being, cap on oil spill, 60% being siphoning up, 40% coming out. Reminds me of the signs in Vegas. The signs in Vegas that say 99% payback. Yeah, I thought that was a really cool thing in those early trips as a young lad, until a friend of mine who was a lot smarter than me in the ways of gambling informed me that no, 99% payback means you're still losing 1%. So they could have a cap on there that was sucking up 99% of the oil. If they still haven't figured out a way to go and stop it, it's still going to keep spewing out thousands of barrels of oil until it ends, which apparently we don't know when that's going to be. But that's okay, because Obama now knows whose ass to kick, and he's going to force them to set up a compensation fund. I'd like to know how he's going to do that. I mean, did I miss the law or somewhere in the Constitution where it says the president can force a company to set up an escrow fund to help pay for the victims? I'm just asking because he said he was going to force him to do it, and I don't think that he has the power to do that. Yeah. So all that's irrelevant. I'm doing my part because hopefully they're going to pick up my recyclables today. We have a very special. No, not enough caffeine yet. Why I'm stumbling. We have a very special show coming up on Friday. It's going to be an origin show. We are going to spend a big chunk of the show and then put it up available to download. All of the origins of the sound bites you hear. I Like Turtles, Never Ending Parade is Stupid, Hookie Ta, On the Road Again, Celtic Women, I Am the Voice of the Thunder and Rain. All the things that you hear on the show, Big Men, Miss Jon Justice, we're going to go through the origins of where those came from. So if you ever wondered, like a listener did today, what in the world I Like Turtles was from and why it relates to Rodney Glassman, on Friday's show you'll be able to find out. And then you'll be able to download it and listen to it for years to come while you sit around the campfire or the fireplace at home, because I know that's what you do in the wintertime here is you sit around the fireplace with your family members and listen to past podcasts of the Jon Justice Show. I know that doesn't happen at all. All right. I'm going to have more caffeine. I got to work on the show that you will be listening to today, Thursday, because I'm not quite done with it yet. So new podcast tomorrow and the origin show Friday tomorrow, plus the download available later on in the day. Oh, one more thing. We are putting up full hours of the Jon Justice Show available to download, so you can go ahead and archive those for when Christmas time comes around. Have a great day. Bye.